Hi, I'm Matt from eSpares. In this video, I'll be showing you how to replace a fascia on an electric cooker. Now, safety first, always disconnect an appliance before carrying out any work. And for the purpose of this fix, I'll be using protective gloves because the edges of the fascia are very sharp. If we compare the old fascia to the new one, you can see that all the markings have come off the old fascia. These are often only painted on and can be damaged by cleaning fluids. We do advise when cleaning to use a damp cloth to prevent damage in the future. Now, it's always a good idea to check around the fascia to locate the screws holding it in place. I can see there are no screw fixings around the outside of the fascia. So on this particular version, there are only two screw fixings here and here, so it should be a pretty simple fix. The next thing I need to do is to remove all the knobs and line them up so that they go back in the same order. I can then remove this screw first. And then the second screw. Now, there are no washers behind the screws on this cooker, but there may be on your model, so make sure you retain those as well. You can then remove the fascia, being very careful because it may be stuck onto the machine due to any drips or grease that gets collected in the bottom. The next thing I need to remove is these two indicators holding the fascia in place. Now, all I have to do is to lift up the protective sleeve on this indicator. As you can see, there is a lot of grease on the inside of the fascia, and that may be affecting the indicator as well, and the protective sleeve may be stuck. If that's the case with yours, just use a small screwdriver to help lift up the sleeve. I'm just going to lift it up. And we can see that the connection has come away from the cover here. So I'm just going to pull the cover out and that frees up the indicator. With the second indicator, I'm just going to lift up the sleeve very gently. And we can see that the two electrical terminals are still connected to the lens. So I'm just going to gently prise those off. You may need to use a small screwdriver to help you before I can then take out the lens. Also, on your cooker, you may have barbs holding the lens in place, which have to be pushed in before the lens is released. We can then grab our new fascia and fix the indicator into it, replacing the electrical terminals before popping the sleeve back down. With the second indicator, the lens has come away from the lamp inside. So what I'm going to do is very gently put a small screwdriver inside the sleeve and gently push the lamp through. Then what I can do is put the lens into the fascia and making sure that the holes on the lens line up with the pips on the lamp, refit the indicator. With the indicators in place, carefully lift up the fascia and feed the wires back into the cooker. Once that's done, I can then screw the fascia into place. With the fascia screwed into place, I can now refit the knobs. Now, I've just seen that one of the clips has come out of the knob. Without that being in the correct position, the knob won't work correctly. So I'm just going to pop that back in the knob itself before refitting. So there we have it, one brand new fascia fitted to this electric cooker. Remember, spares and accessories for all the appliances around your home can be found on the eSpares website. Thanks for watching.